Hello, my dear baking enthusiasts. Today we're embarking on a delightful journey to discover the magic behind our favorite treat chocolate. From humble cocoa beans to the smooth melt-in-your-mouth bars we all know and love, the journey of chocolate is a fascinating one. Imagine the aroma of freshly baked brownies, the sweet satisfaction of a chocolate truffle, or the comforting warmth of a mug of hot cocoa. All of these delectable treats start with a simple bean, the fruit of the cacao tree. This tropical treasure takes us on an adventure, traveling from far-off lands to become the star ingredient in our kitchens. Join me as we unravel the secrets of chocolate making, step by delicious step, from bean to bar. Our journey begins in the heart of the tropics, where cacao trees flourish in warm, humid climates. These magnificent trees bear pods that resemble small rugby balls, their colors ranging from vibrant yellows and oranges to deep reds and purples. Inside each pod lies a treasure trove of cocoa beans, nestled in a sweet, white pulp. Harvesting these precious pods is a delicate task, often done by hand to avoid damaging the trees. Farmers carefully cut the pods from the branches, then split them open to reveal the bounty within. The beans, coated in their fruity pulp, are scooped out and ready for the next stage of their transformation. Once harvested, the cocoa beans undergo a crucial process called fermentation. This is where the magic truly begins. The beans, still encased in their pulp, are piled in heaps or placed in baskets lined with banana leaves. The warm, humid environment encourages natural yeasts and bacteria to work their magic. Over the next few days, the pulp ferments, producing heat and releasing flavors within the beans. This process is essential for developing the complex chocolate flavor we all know and love. The beans, initially bitter and astringent, transform into something truly special with notes of fruit, nuts, and even spices. After fermentation, the beans, now a rich brown color, need to be dried to reduce their moisture content. This is usually done naturally by spreading the beans out in the sun on large trays or mats. The warm tropical sunshine gently removes the excess moisture, preventing mold growth and preserving the beans for their journey ahead. The drying process can take several days, depending on the weather conditions. Farmers regularly turn the beans to ensure even drying and prevent them from sticking together. Once the beans are sufficiently dry, they're ready to be packed and shipped to chocolate makers around the world. Section 5. Roasting the beans, unlocking the aroma. Upon arrival at the chocolate factory, the beans are carefully inspected and sorted. Then comes another crucial step, roasting. Just like coffee beans, cocoa beans need to be roasted to develop their full flavor and aroma. The roasting process is a delicate balancing act, requiring precise temperature control and timing. As the beans roast, their moisture content reduces further, and their color deepens to a rich, dark brown. The heat transforms the complex chemical compounds within the beans, releasing the characteristic chocolate aroma we all find so irresistible. The roasting time and temperature can be adjusted to create different flavor profiles, from light and fruity to dark and intense. Section 6. Cracking and winnowing, separating the nibs. Once roasted, the beans are cracked open to separate the outer shell from the inner nibs. The nibs are what we're after. They contain the cocoa solids and cocoa butter that will eventually become chocolate. Cracking is often done mechanically, and the mixture of shells and nibs is then separated through a process called winnowing. Winnowing uses air currents to blow away the lighter shells, leaving behind the heavier nibs. This process requires careful calibration to ensure that all the shells are removed while preserving as many nibs as possible. The separated nibs are then ready for the next stage of their transformation. Section 7. Grinding and refining, creating the chocolate liquor. The cocoa nibs are now ground into a fine paste called chocolate liquor. Don't be fooled by the name, there's no alcohol involved. This liquor is pure, unsweetened chocolate in its most basic form. Grinding generates heat which melts the cocoa butter within the nibs, creating a smooth, liquidy paste. The chocolate liquor can be used as is to make dark chocolate, or it can be further processed to create other types of chocolate. Sugar is added to sweeten the mixture, and additional cocoa butter may be added to create a smoother, creamier texture. Milk powder is also added at this stage to create milk chocolate. Section 8. Conching, the art of smoothness. To achieve the velvety, smooth texture we associate with fine chocolate, the chocolate mixture undergoes a process called conching. This involves slowly churning and heating the chocolate for several hours, even days, in a special machine called a conch. The conching process has several benefits. Firstly, it helps to further refine the particle size of the chocolate, creating a melt-in-your-mouth smoothness. Secondly, it helps to evenly distribute the cocoa butter throughout the mixture, ensuring a consistent texture. And lastly, conching helps to develop the flavor of the chocolate, rounding out any bitterness and enhancing the overall taste. Section 9. From tempering to tasting, the final touches. The final stage in our chocolate-making journey involves tempering, molding, and cooling. Tempering is a crucial step that involves carefully heating and cooling the chocolate to specific temperatures. This process ensures that the cocoa butter within the chocolate crystallizes in a stable form, giving the finished chocolate a glossy shine, a firm snap, and a smooth melt-in-your-mouth texture. Once tempered, the chocolate is poured into molds of all shapes and sizes, from simple bars to intricate figurines. The molds are then vibrated to remove any air bubbles and cooled to solidify the chocolate. Finally, the chocolate is carefully demolded, packaged and ready to be enjoyed, and there you have it, the fascinating journey of chocolate from bean to bar. Next time you savor a piece of chocolate, remember the long journey it has taken and all the care and craftsmanship that goes into creating this beloved treat.